Hey there, YouTube, and welcome to another Humble Bundle review. Today we're going to be looking at the Eye Candy bundle. No, not that kind of eye candy. Get your mind out of the gutters. Come on, guys, work with me here. Now, this is a bundle full of visually striking games, or at least that's what it's supposed to be. Some of them fall short, but we're going to look at which ones make the cut and which ones don't. So, to start off with, here we have Evoland 2. Now, this is a top-down 2D RPG. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Golden Sun as far as the way it's presented. Not the way that it plays, though. It's much less unique. As we can see, everything starts off kind of green, but we progress into this nicely animated cutscene here at the beginning of the game, and from here on out, things are colorful. The game is nice to look at. There's just not a lot that really sets it apart. I don't feel like, and to me, that's where the game really falls short. Now you have all of your typical RPG elements, tons of questing, various areas, including haunted houses and things like that. Most of your time though is going to be just spent looking around for your next objective and killing things and leveling up. It's not, aside from the story, there's not really a lot that, sets it apart, like I said, from other games. But it does have one redeeming quality, in my opinion, and that is the fact that we get to take part in some wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. This right here, very reminiscent of the time vortex from Doctor Who. If you're not a fan, please watch it. This is honestly what kept me playing the game. There's some time travel involved here, and that's just cool. There's of course boulders and other RPG things, but all in all, I felt this game fell short of its potential, but it's still not a bad addition. Next up, we have Human Resource Machine. I really like this one. This one is once again not much to look at, but if you like coding, you'll like this game. It's very simplistic in a way. All you do is take stuff from one side of the room and put it on the other side of the room and climb this corporate ladder. But the way you do it is with all these little commands, and you use these commands in different sequences to achieve the task, which is sometimes as simple as taking things across the room, and sometimes as complex as rearranging, adding, and setting things on the out belt in a certain order. If you don't like, programming or whatever, you may not like it, but I really liked it. I thought it was cool. It does have a story too, which is interesting. Next up, we have Mini Metro. I fell in love with this game. Just absolutely from the very beginning, fell in love with it. Um, what you do is simple. You connect the shapes with train lines, and you get the smaller shapes to the places they want to go. Um, there's not a lot in the way of really a starting tutorial. It just kind of tosses you in, so it can be easy to make a few mistakes and get a little confused. But once you kind of get some things figured out, it's fairly straightforward from there. To be honest, I found this game kind of relaxing. I don't know why, because it can get pretty chaotic. Um, the the colors are nice and relaxing for me. I don't know why. Eventually, you get more than just these three. You'll see that in here in just a second. Um, but all in all, this is a great game. My only pet peeve about this game is that so far I haven't found an Android version. I haven't looked real hard though. I wish there was an Android version so I could play this on my phone. This would be a great thing to kill time with. Even on PC or if you have a Windows tablet, this is a fantastic game to take with you on the road, kill time with, and I loved it. It was just fantastic. And here we can see that was a little example of how things could be a little bit confusing because it wasn't explained. Accidentally screwed up my light blue line up there. But a little bit of practice and you'll get it. And very micromanaging, but I like micromanagement, so that's just me. But yeah, this game and Human Resource Machine just by themselves almost enough for me to justify buying this bundle. But there's more to come. So let's take a look at the next game. This next game is kind of weird, but I really liked it. Mushroom 11. It's kind of a puzzle solving game. Basically, you have this blob of mushroom. I'm not really sure what this is comprised of, but you use your mouse to point and erase and make shapes like this old lady dog. Now, really, what you're doing is you are moving the blob mass around. Now it gets really interesting because you can split your blob into multiple pieces, and what you really feels like you're doing is you feels like you're erasing. As you can see, you split your blob into multiple pieces. Um, and no matter how small the piece, if you erase the big piece, it all goes to the small piece, and the small piece becomes big. And your blob always regenerates. It's just a puzzle solving game, but I had a lot of fun with it. If nothing else, it's fun to draw shapes with it just to see what you can come up with. Some of the puzzles require you to get kind of creative with your blob. Um, it doesn't the blob doesn't really obey any sorts of the laws of physics or anything. Sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating because you are erasing and not turning off gravity. So it takes a little bit of coaxing, but it's fun. I loved it. This game, Towerfall, I was really disappointed by this game. No offense to the developers or whoever made the call to put this in the bundle. Um, what this boils down to is you hop around and you shoot arrows at stuff that wants to kill you. Um, it's like I said, nothing against the developers. For what it is, it's a great game, and for what it's just simple and something to kill a little bit of time with, but not something that I would really call amazing. Now you can switch characters. You can have different characters, but they don't really seem to change the way the game is played. Now the level design is somewhat varied, but they all more or less feel the same. It does kind of have this Pac-Man-y thing where you can fall down and come back, down through the top, and sometimes go side to side on the maps, very Pac-Man-like, and that's kind of cool. It adds a little bit of strategy to the game, but overall, I just don't feel like this game has enough redeeming qualities to really call it a great game. This next one is more of the typical idea of eye candy. There's lots of dancer type girls, as you can see. But no, this is Shantae. This is Risky's Revenge. She's a half genie. And so Wamp gets stolen, and we got to go get it back. Is the gist of the story. The gameplay itself is reasonably fun as far as the combat system and everything goes. I don't really feel like that. I don't really feel like it has a lot to offer once you get to the actual adventuring part of the game. The level design it's reasonably pretty, but it doesn't really um, feel very I don't even know what the word is. It just feels like it's lacking something. But by no means, a terrible game. It's worth playing for at least, a little while until you get tired of it. But I didn't get tired of it anywhere near as fast as I did Towerfall. So overall, not the best game in the bundle by far, but it's still worth kind of checking out. Um, like I said, there are other games in this bundle that warrant buying the bundle. So, this is worth installing, killing some time with, see if it's for you. Um, this last game, for some reason, I could not get my video capture to work with it. It was really frustrating and annoying, but it happened. A Boy and His Blob. This game, I really wish I could have got some gameplay because it was fantastic. But here's the trailer, so please enjoy it. So yeah, this game absolutely fantastic. There is a button just for hugging your blob, guys. Just for hugging your blob. So much cuteness. So worth the $10. So if you liked it, please subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you again next time, guys. Until then, peace.